All right, folks, it's a very rainy day here in St. Croix. So obviously you can't go to the beach, so what are you gonna do? Well, let me show you two things that you can do here in St. Croix on a very rainy day. So let's check it out. All right, the first stop of our adventures today is here at the most eastern point of the United States, Point Udall. This is in St. Croix in the US Virgin Islands. Let me take you on up and so we can see what this monument looks like. And kind of frustrating thing that is happening not only here in the US Virgin Islands but also mainland United States and anywhere in the world really, which is quite honestly very sad. The need people feel to graffiti and leave their mark on different things. As you're seeing here, this whole monument that is supposed to be beautiful and reminding people of the uniqueness of the United States, how broad and beautiful it is, has just been desecrated, written on, graffitied. And it's quite honestly pathetic and sad that that is what our society has come to, not just here in the US Virgin Islands, but also all of the United States and sadly much of the world nowadays as well. All right, the next place I want to show you is here, the Christian Vern Fort in Christiansted, St. Croix. This was an old fort built in 1738 by the Dutch who came here and occupied this island. So let's show you guys around this fort. These are the jail cells where prisoners would be kept. As you can tell, they are very, very tiny and very small. I can absolutely be certain I wouldn't want to stay in any of them even for a day. That would be absolutely miserable in my opinion. This is the barracks where the soldiers would have stayed. As you can tell, it does have the metal gate, but that is just simply to keep tourists from going and laying on the beds. This here now is the gunpowder storage area with reinforced walls, just to make sure that if there was any cannon fire that hit the fort, it wouldn't blow up because of its own gunpowder. These here are the cannonballs. None of these cannonballs were actually used, that's why we still have them here at the fort. This here is the room where they would store and also maintain a lot of their firearms and keep the materials for loading the cannons. These are the cannons, also of which were not fired in practice to defend the fort. Alright, so this video has taken a wild turn, but it's something for you guys to learn. So, here in St. Croix, the roads I was told were already not the greatest. The maps are also not the greatest, neither is the updating of said maps or said roads. So just for example, I was trying to find a way to an old sugar mill, like I was going to go to film a part of this video. It said it was just on a normal road. I was like, okay, great, fantastic, we're gonna go. No, it turned out to be this absolutely horrible dirt road, worst dirt road I've ever been on my whole life, and that's saying something. I used to do off-roading all the time, almost every single weekend in Utah, and nothing came close to this. There were a handful of spots on this road where I had to get out, move my car forward an inch, get out, look at where my tires were, move forward another 5 inches, and do that through this section because I was either worried about falling off the edge of a cliff, getting high-centered, completely sinking my tires into this huge mud hole that I could push a 4-foot stick down all the way into, so I had to avoid it. That was a really sketchy road. I am grateful I was able to get out of that, but let me just show you what the car is looking like now. So the car, good old Isabel, is completely covered in mud and debris. As you can see, the whole back is just filled with leaves because I was literally driving through like trees and stuff to get through this stuff. And it is covered. It is absolutely covered. But good old Toyota always does the best and helped me through it. So we are good. We are absolutely good. We made it. We actually made it somehow. So I was going to be making the video 5 places you should see here in St. Croix if you only have one day and it's a rainy day so you don't want to go to the beach. This is definitely not one of the places that I found out. So this is also a learning video for me, and I have learned to never go on one of these back roads. If Google Maps car did not drive the road and does not have video footage of it, it's not a road you want to go on. I can promise that. If I didn't have good old Isabel, my 07 Tacoma, I'd be stuck and in some bad shape. So now we know.